Welcome to another video by Team Matcom. In this particular video, we will be discussing a question that is from the chapter of motion in a straight line. So the question is, a particle moves along a straight line and its position as a function of time is given by x of t equal to 4t cube minus 8t square plus 12. Answer the following question. Determine the velocity v of t as a function of time. Determine the acceleration a of t as a function of time. At what time will the particle come to a momentary stop? At what time will the particle acceleration be 0? So basically, they are given that the position of the object that is given by x of t that is equal to 4t cube minus 8t square plus 12. Here if they have given you the position, if you take the rate of change of displacement, that is nothing but called a differentiation of the corresponding displacement will give you velocity. From velocity, if you do differentiation, you will be getting acceleration. That means if they have given you the position, by doing the differentiation, you can get velocity. From velocity, if you do a differentiation, you can get acceleration. In the opposite way, if they have given you acceleration, by doing integration, you can get the velocity. That means the velocity v of t that is equal to dx upon dt. X is given over there, so this can be written as d by dt of 4t cube minus 8t square plus 12. So in differentiation as well as integration, if there is an addition or a additional subtraction is there, we can separate it. So we can write it as d by dt of 4t cube minus d by dt of 8t square plus d by dt of 12. Differentiation is nothing but rate of change of. So this can be written as, since 4 is a constant, you can take it outside, 4 into d by dt of t cube minus 8 into d by dt of t square plus d by dt of 12. 12 is a constant. The rate of change of a constant will be equal to 0. So here you need to use a formula. The rate of change d by dx of x raised to n. If you take d by dx of x raised to n, that is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. Here we have d by dt of t raised to 3 and t square. So this can be written as 4 into, in the place of n, here we have 3. So that is equal to 3 into t raised to 3 minus 1, that is equal to t square, minus 8 into 2 into, what you will be get, t raised to 2 minus 1, that is equal to t. So this is equal to 4 into 3 equal to 12, 12t square minus 16t. 12t square minus 16t. So the velocity function v of t is equal to 12t square minus 16t. So now we need to find out acceleration as a function of time. So acceleration is equal to dv by dt. What is v? 12t square minus 16t. So this can be written as d by dt of 12t square minus 16t. We can separate it. It will be getting d by dt of 12t square minus d by dt of 16t. So you can take 12 outside, that will be getting 12 into d by dt of t square minus 16 into dt by dt. So 12 into derivative of t square is 2 into t raised to 2 minus 1, that is t raised to 1, minus dt by dt will give you 1 equal to 60. That is 24t minus 60. So acceleration is equal to 24t minus 60. So the question is, at what time will the particle come to momentary stop? So the particle come to momentary stop means velocity will become equal to 0. We know that velocity is equal to 12t square minus 16t. We need to find out at what time velocity will become equal to 0. So this is equal to 0 equal to 12t square minus 16t. If you take t outside, or if you take 4t outside, so you can write 4t into 3t minus 4 is equal to 0. That means either 4t equal to 0 or 3t minus 4 should be equal to 0. That means t is equal to 0. That means at rest, or when it is starting, initially velocity was 0. Also, 3t will be equal to 4 or t is equal to 4 by 3 second. At 4 by 3 second, the object will comes to rest. Momentary comes to rest. So second part, fourth question, at what time will the particle acceleration be 0? That means at what time acceleration become equal to 0? That is a is equal to 0. That is 24t minus 16 equal to 0. That is 24t equal to 16. That is t is equal to 16 upon 24. Both can be cancelled by 8. So you will be getting 2 by 3 second. So at a time 2 by 3 second, acceleration become equal to 0. At a time 4 by 3 second, velocity will become equal to 0. Fine. So we have answered all the four subparts of the question. Hope the video is useful. If you need any clarification, do let us know in the comment section. As a token of gratitude, please like to this particular video, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel. Keep watching, keep learning. Thanks for watching. Bye.